Hello guys, so today we will have a look at how we can introduce a drop down in a Google spreadsheet. So over here I have made two columns. Column A contains the task that I have to perform and column B contains the status of those tasks. Now my status in this case, for example, can be that I am yet to start my work, or it is in progress, or maybe it is completed. So instead of manually typing it, I want a drop down to appear from which I can select any of these three statuses. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to data, then I'll click on data validation. Now in data validation, first it asks for cell range. So this is the area where you want to introduce the drop down. In my case it is cell B2, which I have already selected. Now next comes the criteria part. So by default it's written list from a range. So you can create a list and you can select that list to specify the list that which you want to appear in the drop down, or maybe you can do list of items. I will show you how this works. Then we have number, text, date, custom formula and tick box. So in this video I will be talking about list from a range or list of items. So to use list from a range, what we will do is we will create a list. So I have already created a list in another sheet known as status. You can create this list anywhere. So my list contains completed, yet to start or in progress. Now what I'll do is I'll go to this enter range or formula cell and I'll select my complete list. So I've selected my complete list, or you can say I've selected the range. I'll click OK. Now next comes show drop down list in a cell. So yes, we want the drop down to appear in the cell, so it is by default checked in. Then you have show warning, which is also already checked in. It will show warning when the user tries to type in something different from the words which we want there. Then there is show validation help text. This is optional, so I'll just leave it as it is for now and I'll click save. Now I'll go back to my work status. Now we can see that a drop down has been introduced here. When I click on this, I get the words as completed, yet to start or in progress. Now if I want to make them appear in the rest of the cells too, what I can do is I can just simply click on the rightmost bottommost corner and I can drag it down. So this list, this drop down or the list will appear in all these cells. For example, if I click on this, you can see completed, yet to start, in progress. Now in case, let's say I change this completed to, let's say, done. Now if I go back here, I can see that the completed has changed to done. So in, like, you can select any of the cell, you can see it is converted to done. So this way you can like change the data in this list and it will automatically appear in your drop down too. Okay, so this is one way to introduce the drop down. Now suppose you do not want to select a list as I have created in status. In that case, what we can do is we can use another method. So let me make up another column and name it status 1. Okay, now in this I'll show you that how we can, like, without making this list in some other sheet or anywhere else, we can do the similar thing. So in status 1, what I'll do is I will again introduce the drop down in this cell. So for that I'll again go to data, then go to data validation. So the cell range will like remain C2 in this case, and instead of list from a range in the criteria field, instead of list from a range, I'll select list of items. Now what this is going to do is it is going to ask me enter items separated by a comma. So instead of selecting a like list from some cells in the Google Sheet, you can simply type in your options here but separated by commas. For example, I'll type in done, comma, in progress, comma, yet to start. let's say I have typed in my options, then I'll simply say click save. So again my drop down has appeared here. It contains done, in progress, yet to start. Now again, if I want to simply make it appear in other cells too, I'll drag it down. So this is how I can introduce a drop down in the cells. Now let's say I fill it, let's say done, in progress, let's say others also I have in progress. Now what I want to do is I want to make this status appear, but I don't want this drop down to appear anymore, as I have already like completed all the task, or maybe like I have updated the status of all the tasks. So let's say I don't want the drop down to appear now, so I can remove the data validation also. I can just simply select this column, I can go to data, I can again go to data validation, you can click remove validation. So when you select remove validation, it will disappear, the drop down will disappear, and you will have this only the status part appearing here. So I think this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.